Ever since I was a little girl, I have been in love with the ocean. From my mother dipping my little baby toes into the Atlantic, to watching a blue planet and being amazed by whales. Oceans are ever-flowing, just as life is. I have come to realize that perhaps my love of the ocean is because I can see that tiny speck of myself in her. Her. As humans, the oceans make us feel so small. It humanizes us and makes us realize that in life and on Earth, there are many things much bigger and more powerful. No matter where the tides of life took me, it always seemed that the ocean and her love were surrounding me. From saying I wanted to be an oceanographer at 2 years old, to becoming an environmental field technician by trade after high school, to getting accepted into the best school in the world for marine biology at 21 years old. Yet, I've come to realize it's not about the career. It is about passion, the unexplained fascination, the love. I have even come to realize that people I have been surrounding myself with are ocean lovers, whale watchers, beachgoers. Even though I had never known it upon initially meeting them, they were all watching the same shows as me, as children, with the same wonder. I have been searching for years to try to make a career for myself in this field. But now I have decided to instead figure out what drives me toward it. What drives us all toward the ocean? This is the flow of happiness, an ocean story. Humans have a lot of history with the seas. Archaeological finds date that the first seafarers go back to over 1 million years ago. When we dive into why such early humans were doing this, we would normally think of fishing, or for survival, or because they can see something on the horizon and want to go explore it for resources. Fittingly enough, the main reason that early scientists believe early humans were voyaging throughout our oceans was pure curiosity and the desire to explore. This curiosity has not left us. But why? Water covers 70% of the Earth's surface, and only 5% has been explored. Humans, when they are fetuses, still have gill slits, showing signs that our early ancestors came from the oceans and learned to crawl, then walk. 2/3 of the global economy revolves around water. 1 billion people rely on water-sourced proteins. Oceans create a livelihood of over 200 million jobs in the marine tourism sector alone, and 97% of fishermen in the world live in underdeveloped regions. With fishing being their primary source of income, 58.3 million people are employed in aquaculture. With this in mind, this means that assuming a household of 4 people, aquaculture would support 13% of the world's population. Another aspect of marine jobs and the economy is shipping and trade. 80% of global trade is carried by sea. And the annual economic impact of World Shipping Council says that it has created 13.5 million jobs and a massive $436.6 billion in economic impact annually. Aside from the oceans creating jobs and feeding billions of people, there are other aspects that run much deeper than money. Culture and religion. For many religions and cultures, water plays a vital role in rituals and practices. A few examples of cultures that highly consider water important and respect it are animism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam. Not only is water respected and used in rituals, but it has been proven to heal and make humans happier. Water improves human well-being. Studies have shown that water is a direct shortcut to happiness. This is why many of our poets, writers, and artists often write or depict magical or romanticized visions of the oceans, such as those reports of mermaids. Water is healing and helps our mental well-being, our physical health, our relationships, and even our creativity. And help our oceans, we can do things like walking or biking to make our daily commutes instead of using our cars, or using more sustainable and ocean-friendly waste alternatives like seaweed drink or sauce holders, and going to your local or even on a global scale and sharing your interest in stopping commercial fishing from being so destructive to the oceans. Perhaps that means taking fish and seafood out of your diet. Or perhaps that means that you should go locally and make sure that all of the seafood that you're eating and all of the ocean products that you are receiving are ocean-friendly, are ethically sourced, and are sourced humanely. That is the main point. Sustainable is no longer the proper means for products. You have to make sure that sustainability isn't going by the company's definition. This is a very dangerous term, and I've only found that out recently. The oceans are supplying many opportunities for happiness, health, and wealth. Seems like a perfect trifecta to me. Ocean farming is an up-and-coming technology that allows communities on the water to continue to work on the water and provide food for their communities without hunting marine animals, all the while still getting to make a profit. For $20,000 to $50,000, an individual or a community can own an ocean farm so long as they have a boat and about 20 acres of ocean to work with. Ocean farms also create reefs and help marine ecosystems. So this makes not only for a lovely place for marine creatures to live, but for humans to swim, snorkel, and enjoy the ocean that they get to live off of. Oceans are currently 30% more acidic than they were before the Industrial Revolution. Ocean farming would allow for the oceans to regenerate its ecosystems and revive its carbon-like sink qualities once again. We must mutually respect the oceans to reap all of the benefits we sow. W.H. Auden once said, "Thousands have lived without love, not one without water. If the oceans die, we die. So let's work together to forever love our seas." Thank you.